Right, I think we're live, Mark and Craig. I think we're live, Mark and Craig. Let me just have a look at it. Jesus Christ. Right, I'll tell you what an absolute funny old turn of events this has been. So, number one, my screen is sort of like at a distance that if I put my glasses on, I can't see shit. And if I take my glasses off, my screen is sort of too far away, and I'm caught between a rock and a hard place on my glasses. 4 people watching, good evening. My phone, that has been my mainstay of live streaming for I don't know how long, is in my left hand, which means that Davey House and Trev, who I owe a massive debt of gratitude to, has come with the HP touchscreen 520 PC built-in stuff that's gonna now allow me to share Facebook pages with everybody, etc., etc. Okay.
Yep.
So I've literally been like a proper giddy kipper all night because we finished club today. I'll chat about that in a minute. We finished club today, and then I had to go to a tackle shop with my dad to get George some fishing tackle. And then I've come home and I've sort of like gone in the house and rallied around and helped our lass tidy up. Now, obviously, I've got a hidden agenda, and that's setting this up. So me and Craigie have done a bit of a test run tonight. Good evening, everybody. Me and Craigie have done a bit of a test tonight. And just when we think that everything is going swimmingly, no, because it's not an old PC, old. It's not brand new. It's not showing its age. It's absolutely fine. But the problem was that it were running on Windows 7. And I had to get Windows 10 installed on it. Did that, and that knocked the drivers out for the speakers. So I'm talking to Mark and Craig and everybody else, and they can hear me, but I can't hear them. It's driving me absolutely insane. I've got my best tech buddy in the world, Big Trev, on other end of phone here at side of me, and I'm saying, you need to help me out here, mate. I'm supposed to be going live in about 2 hours. So between me, Trev, Mark, and Dave House, we've managed to sort it out. To do with the drivers, but that is now fixed, absolutely sorted. So, good evening and welcome after you've just listened to me ramble on to that for the last 10 minutes. I've even tidied my backdrop up because I had a load of stuff all over. Craigie Stints is in his cave doing a little bit, and Mark is relaxing at home. Let's have a chuffing minute here, Cos. Unbelievable. The topic of tonight's conversation, we always put a topic on, and it's twofold this week. Topic number one is Club Today. We've had Club Today, and I always like to do a live stream after Club. And what an absolutely fantastic day that's been. I've got some pictures to show you as well because I can do it now that I'm on a computer. And then the other one is our experience from Telford because I think it's 3rd year on trot that I've been. Everybody has different experiences at Telford. I have got Andy Norfolk coming on hopefully soon, and winner, chicken dinner Paul Patton, who's just having a bit of a sandwich before he comes on because we've all got busy lives. And I'm absolutely starving, me. Do you know what? I'm really, really tempted to ring local pizza place and get them to bring me a pizza up to the shed. I digress. Let me just have a quick look. Jeff Light, a very good evening, guys. Thank you, Jeff, for that. If I'm looking over here, it's because where my comments are. Jane, I am going to get you on in a bit. Good evening, gents. Thank you very much. Anfield Road says, hi, host and panel. Good evening. Right, Craig.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Have you had a good day?
Yeah, I think I have. Yes.
No,
Craig's had a good day. I am going to start and put. Shall I start and put some? Let me just have a look here. So let me scroll down. This is really funny now because I've got 2 screens open, and I want to share with you guys that are watching. I want to share the pictures. So what I'm going to do is I want to share my screen. House's modelling shed. I have given you a shout out, Dave. Evening to everybody in chat and part of the stream. All looking and sounding good. Fantastic, Dave. And it's all down to your help, mate. So what you should be able to see now, ta-da, as if by magic, I am proper buzzing my absolute tits off at being able to do this. Look at Craig, you're laughing his head off. Good evening, Rob. Right, I'm proper buzzing. However, you might just have to bear with me because it's all buttons and bells and whistles at the minute, right? I've had a microphone here. I've had earphones on. I've had camera crew. I've had all lot. But finally, managed to get it all sorted. So, Jesus Christ, come up for breath, Mark. You can see, scrolling down your screen there, that's the club page, Cesco and Emsworth Community Scale Model Club, Cesco, South Emsall, South Kirby and Upton. And we are based in Upton at the moment. You can see that we've got a little bit of a photo album going off there, but this is the one I want to show. 22 pictures on this screen. Okay. And I'm going to start. Let me just have a look here. I'm going to flash back. I'm going to flash back so that I can talk about Club Today. I ought to have started at the start, really, didn't I? Or am I just going round and round in circles? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to start right on trophies because obviously if I make I can make it bigger and smaller and all sorts of shit. I'm proper buzzing. I'm proper buzzing here, Mark. Evening, Rob. I'm going to start on trophies and what obviously that's a marker, isn't it, for me? And as I sort of click to the right, it might come back round to trophies. If it don't, I'll just skip back round to the front. So, Craig.
Hello.
I'll shut up talking. Craig, you picked a couple of them up today, didn't you?
One or two, yeah. I've got a couple.
Just a couple. I think, I think you picked one of them up, which is a big gold one.
Yeah.
And did you pick a bronze or a silver?
Bronze.
A bronze.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. The two trophies that you can see there side by side, the small one on the right-hand side, that's the Neil Moxon Memorial Trophy. Mark, you're on admin now. Explain what that is, mate, to the people that are watching, Cocker.
The Neil Moxon one, yeah?
Yes, mate.
That's the trophy that's awarded in memory of Neil. I mean, I didn't know Neil very long myself until unfortunately he passed away. But that was the trophy that was created to remember Neil, and that one's voted. It's the people's choice. It's all the club members vote for their favourite piece in the competition, and whoever wins that gets the Neil Moxon Trophy.
Correct, Mundo. And lovingly donated by Padre, Tim, and Nige, I think. And it was lovely that to honour Neil's memory. Absolutely fantastic. So Mark is right. We have different categories, different classes every year for competition, but Neil and the guys made it really significant and really important. Neil was a fantastic member of club and suddenly passed away. I bet it's over 12 months since now, and in fact it is because we've had two winners. Neil said, "Let's have a trophy made in Neil's memory." So all the pieces that are on the table for the actual competition, we get a judge in to judge all those, but then the members can go around the table and pick out what their favourite is, and they get that shield. We'll get back to the winner on that one in a minute. I'm going to scroll across and see typical club shot. So we've got Paul Pat down at bottom. What's he doing there? Chuffy now. Paulie. And we've got Andrew Hart up, and that looks like Alistair. The glasses are going on because, like I say, it's a little bit tough. Padre, and who's that? Is that Ange?
No,
that's you. That Ange. Who's that?
Angie's watching it. Let me just say, mate, that Angie's watching TV, and there's about a 10-second delay.
All right, okay, bloody hell. Right, well,
That's Martin down there as well. Martin Beddoes.
yeah, we'll iron them problems out when we get to them. Mr. Fish and Tim, and that looks like John handing over some hard-earned cash to our Doug, who were on book. Who's that? Lid. You can smile.
Who's what? Where?
There, can you all see it?
I'm there. That's it. See it now, mate. Now scored a cost. That's me. Yeah. And getting my wallet out.
Mm. That's not an unusual sight for you, that, Mark.
Unfortunately, not now.
Looks like Graham and Connor as well down at bottom. Okay. I'll tell you how many people we had in today. We had 30. It was more than 32. It was more than 32.
Andrew reckons about 36.
Yeah, 36, 37, possibly 37, which is, for a scale model club, Mark, that's colossal.
It's got a bit best day that while I've been a member.
Yeah, mate. There is a video on my YouTube channel, and it's from January this year, 2023, when we were in the Lawson Hut and we had the biggest attendance there, and I think that was 34.
Mm. Yeah, we were near enough staff home only in them, weren't we?
Absolutely, mate. You can see we've got some guys there looking at Paul's gold-winning Telford gold-winning diorama scrap. We've got Graham from Cleethorpes. So we are based deep in West Yorkshire, near Pontefract, and Graham comes all the way over from the East Coast, from Cleethorpes, no less, to come and visit us, and is now a member. Andy Fish, Paul Patton there, and that's Paul's work. Rob as well. That looks like, who's that? Is it coming up for you, Mark?
Dave House.
Dave House. Davey House.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Davey House. All admiring Paul's work. Oh, my God. I do hate photos of myself, I've got to say, because I'm just a big guy. There we go. And that's Ange. That's Angie, receiving a Member of the Year trophy. Have you got that on there, Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, is it Ange? Trophy.
The trophy? It's in the dining room.
It's in dining room, his trophy now, mate.
It's in dining room. All stamped up.
Pride of place.
Pride of place, excellent. All stamped up with Angie's name on. Angie is actually the club events manager. And Angie looks after things like sending emails and making phone calls and organising trips and saving money and all sorts of things to make sure that we're actually very, very active through the year, and she does a cracking job. So for 2023, in your Scale Model World T-shirt there as well, Ange, that's just an admin vote, and you did get 100% of the admin vote this year. Look at this character.
You know, I can't look at this character now without looking at his trousers, and he said it first, not me.
I know, absolutely. Paul Pat, bless him. He's coming onto the streams shortly. Here we go. Who's this one?
It's the man himself.
It's the man himself. So the reason that Paul is handing out the trophies is because Paul judged for us today. Now, Paul's just come on to admin. And you'd say, excuse me, why have we got a member handing out and judging our competition? And the reason for that is very, very simple. Paul Patton, who is going to join us any second now, Paul Patton is an absolute genius in the field of modelling, and definitely more than qualified to judge a competition. And here he is. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, everyone.
Good
Hey,
evening.
Paul.
We're just
How we
flicking
going?
through some photos from today, love. We're just going to have a little look.
Everything's really quiet, Mark.
I can turn you up a little bit, Cocker Spadger. Let me just go into your settings while you will have a look. Look at what is that, Andy?
It's good shot my camera. That's some people that looking at my nose.
Edit my settings. I'm just going to turn you up a little bit there, Paul. Try that.
Right on the way up.
You still with me, buddy?
Paul?
Paulio, are you still with me?
Yeah, mate, it's really quiet. Do I need to exit and come back? I've got my phone up full.
Try and I'll have you. Okay, back on teething problems. Let me just have a look here. Going to go back into your mic settings. Try that one, Paul. What's that like?
It's not changing, mate.
It's not changing. You can drop out and come back in if you want. Do me a favour, because you've come in through Chrome. Just try and come in through Google, love.
I've just clicked on that link.
Right, okay. Long press the link and post it into Google, Cocker.
Right, okay, up. See you in a
Cheers,
minute.
love. A very proud Dougie Tucker there, taking a second place. How do you say that word? What is it? A Krieger? Machine and Krieger?
I believe so. I think that's how we say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for his Machine and Krieger. We were well happy with that. And I was chuffed to bits that Dougie got that one as well. Rob got a bronze for his diorama today. And looking quite suave there as well. Mr. Fish taking a silver for his diorama. Photos courtesy of Dave Housecroft today. Thank you very much while I did the little bit of spiel. And this one made me happy, Mark. Craigie boy.
Oh, Lewis.
Oh, young Lewis. I know we're
Young Low.
chuffed to bits.
Chuffed to bits for him. So, backstory with young Lowers. Most of you will know, and James definitely knows, because he helps us out at Telford with young Low. Young Low came to us 12 months since, shy as anything, and fitting with a group of old farty men like us. We took him under our wing, loved him and caressed him and nurtured him. In his modelling technique. He's been at club now for 12 months, and he came to Telford. He came to Telford with us and had a fantastic experience, I'm sure, and said this morning that he wasn't going to enter competition because there are far too many good modellers down at Cesco, and his mum, bless her, Victoria, she said, no, you are definitely entering. He did enter, and he came away with a bronze.
That'll be Lewis you're talking about. And I can hear you,
It is.
which is awesome.
Oh, brilliant.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Do you know what, Paul? StreamYard, I mean, there are different platforms out there that people can watch on, but StreamYard for me, it's the navigation side of it. It's dead easy to navigate from the host point of view. And I'm literally just getting used to this one. Craig is there again. There is a slight lag, I do believe, on the pictures and the voice, is there not?
When we're live, the live ones are fine, Mark. It's if anybody's watching, that's when there's a delay.
All right,
Yeah.
okay. So we've got Paul handing over. What's that one, Craig?
That's third place.
What was that for, mate?
That was for the Scammell Explorer.
Right, okay, yeah. Oh, I can remember that one, yeah. Because we did pick it up and wondered whether you'd injected £500 of resin into the base.
No, I just stole a rock.
Yeah, we knew it was a rock. Yeah, we're like, where the chucking hell was it pinched this from? A little picture there for the people that are watching. So, Housey says he's not getting any delays. That's great, is that, Dave? Thanks for that feedback, mate. So, Paul, we're not going to talk about it now. We are going to talk about it in a little while, though, because that's the diorama that you took to Telford.
It sure is.
It sure is. I don't even want an explanation on it at the moment. The people that went to Telford and that have been to club today that saw that in the flesh, so to speak, know what an absolute treat, visual treat on the eye that is. We've got young Shara there, and that Shara is where my saying comes from. Right, so from our 24-hour build last year, right, so Shara, we've got, looks like Barry, Doug Tuck, Chris, and Paul. And again, these are just standard photos from the club today. All doing a little bit. That's the cripples table, that one, isn't it, Mark?
It is, mate. That's where sick, lame and lazy sit on.
Sick, lame and lazy. And I'll tell you why they sit there, because just round over Clem's shoulder there, that's where cafe and that's where kitchen and toilet is. Trev. Look at Trev. Trev's just had a full knee replacement, and he's not, well, he is struggling a little bit. Bless him. Craigie, Dave, Martin, who's that? Is that Ty?
Yeah, Tyler.
Ty, Ange, and Trev in the background. That looks like my George. Yeah, my George.
What's that? That's Andy Fisher.
That's Andy Fish, who got a great present today from Davy House. Thank you for that. Yeah, the kitchen is just through there where we go and make us brews. I do need to start and take some photos of these bloody sandwiches that come done, because they're absolutely off the scale. More pictures from club. Stereotypical. Barry, Andy, Graham looking quite intense there. Padre, Andy, Graham, Rue, who should be coming on soon but has not come on yet, with Jean. And again, so we have gone back to, trophies, I think. Let me just double check that one. We've gone back to trophies. So let me go round the room. Craig, we'll start with Craig. Craig, club today.
Yes.
Competition. Did you enjoy it? Was it all right?
It was, yeah. Good day out. Good day out.
What did you think to trophies, mate?
Bang on. Bang on.
Bang on, Cock.
Yeah.
Cool beans. Mark, from yourself, quite busy today.
Yeah. It was a good morning, though, wasn't it? There was some really good, very good, in fact, I'd say exceptional kits put on that table.
Yeah,
for the sport, it's astounding. There's the level of skill.
Yeah, mate. And Paul, you stepped up to the mark today, and you judged everybody today.
I did.
Come on, tell me about that. How was that for an experience?
I enjoyed it, and it weren't an easy one though, because genuinely, when I say that it's an high standard, our club, it is. It really is. So when you get 3 or 4 or more models like that, and you've only got you've got 3 places to pick, and on the flip side of that, the other models that are entered aren't far behind the ones that you've picked out. It's not an easy task.
It's challenging, mate, isn't it?
It is, and it's your own taste don't come into it either. I genuinely looked at execution, build, paint quality, all that. It's your own taste don't come into it either. Oh dear!
Somebody's got the screen on, volume up.
Is that really how I sound?
Yeah.
Jesus, man.
No, you're all right, mate. You're in good company. Yeah, absolutely, mate. I completely agree. Do you think you entered last year? You won the competition with the Fury Dyer, right?
Yeah.
And we were all looking last year at the standard. Do you think the standard's got better over the last 12 months?
Oh, mate, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's shot up.
Shut up.
Yeah, it has. It really has. You know, probably a number of explanations why, but yeah, it don't make my job any easier when it comes to judging either.
I'll tell you who surprised me. There is one person, right, that's really, really, really surprised me over the last 12 months. And that is Andy Fisher.
Aye.
Rue,
Aye.
good evening.
Hi guys, I've been sat here like a pillow for some reason. It won't connect, but there you go. I'm back on. How's everybody? Okay.
We're all right.
All right, Andy.
Good.
Just we flicked through some photos at club today. Andy Fisher, Rue. Andy Fisher, bit of a dark horse in competitions, mate.
Yeah. I tell you what, he's come on. I mean, that might be that's a bit condescending, but his cars have always amazed me, and the finish he's getting on them is brilliant. And everybody today deserves, what they've been given. It's brilliant. Like Paul says, the standard's just going higher and higher and higher all the time.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. Did you see his tractor diorama?
Yeah.
This is
I
it.
had a look at it.
Andy's consistently put nice models out, but he's done a couple of dioramas, and he's obviously enjoyed doing them, and it looks like he's found his feet to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's absolutely
a lot
fantastic.
of that stuff on it, particularly the Fergie one is all scratch built. He did all that concrete himself, the walls, fence, tree, all that culvert or whatever, the water, that's all scratch built. So obviously to do that don't only just take the skill, you've got to have the foresight, the imagination, haven't you, to see it through. So yeah, hats off to him. Outstanding.
Absolutely. I'm pinging left, right, and centre now. Chuffing now. I'll tell you what. I've got more bits of tech. I've got more bits of tech at minute round my desk. Let's have a look here. Yeah, cheers for that, Dave. Thanks a lot, mate. It's taking a photo with bloody off YouTube. Okay. So standard is getting better, and at the end of the competition, I did say, basically get ready for next year, because one of the things that me and Paul talked about, obviously I didn't do any judging. I'm not qualified to do that. But we did talk about the kind of dialogue. We did talk about the kind of dialogue that we wanted to express when we were talking about the competition pieces, and we both firmly agreed absolutely no negative. But on the other side of that, we said, what happens if people want genuine feedback? Paul, did anybody come to you today for genuine feedback?
Yeah, but it'd be nice to put it in to sit down and do it, because obviously after going through all that and then presentation, running on empty anyway. So if anybody does want a proper critique, then I'm more than happy to sit down with either the model in front of us or pictures that they might want to take if it's a ball ache to bring it to club again. But we need them visual aids, just so I can, I can't remember absolute details of every entry, So if we can just see them there, and what when it comes to critiques as well, it's more. I've said this to a few people. It's only refinement that we're looking at. It's tweaks. So there's no major. There's nobody that needs bringing on, to catch up to everyone else, sort of thing. It's just it might be compositional. It might just be. Say that again.
What's that, GD say?
I'm just saying, this is what Paul told me earlier on when we had a chat.
Yeah, Jean, perfect example. Just minor refinements. And again, when you've got that standard overall, it's them minor tweaks and refinements that come into it, isn't it?
Yeah.
But whoever's gone that little bit extra, whoever's put that little bit extra time in, it shows. So, it's just one thing to consider, in it, especially if anyone's considering, going to bigger competitions.
Yes, but you did say, and I completely agreed, and I'm glad that you shared it with the members today, Paul. You said that some of the pieces that have been put on to show today were good enough to enter at shows.
Yes. Yeah. And, I've said that to people who, there's no reason why any of them that were put forward today, they won't look out of place in any at shows that I've been to, in any at competitions. So, and end of the day, obviously, it's that old saying, innit? You've got to be in it to win it. And it's dip your toe in. It's not a boxing match. You're not going to come away with a thick ear if you don't win, are you?
No.
But you might just learn something, and or you might get a bit of inspiration or whatever. Whether that be from judges or the guy who just picked you to post, you look at it and you think, yeah, I can see why. Next year, you're all guns blazing, and it's in your toolbox, if you like.
And enough. What's your thoughts?
I think it's bang right. I mean, some of the stuff I've seen today, it blows out at water. I mean, going down to, I've only been to 3 shows. All with Cesco, obviously. Driffield, Bolton, and Telford. And the stuff I've seen is brilliant. And our guys, and hopefully me one day, when I get my ass out of gear, into gear, they're just blowing them away. And I think Paul's right. Paul is the club has got a standard of modellers that they've got to be proud of it, and proud of what they're doing. I mean, Jean, as we all know, is new to it. She's learning. I mean, I'm not a big diorama guy, but I'm learning with her. So, it all works, but it's somewhat to hear Paul turn around and say that the club is standard to go to a show like Telford, and like he's done, come away with an award, and a gold award at that.
Yeah, mate, absolutely. Let me just see if I can find.
I know we're never going to be, so I'm not suggesting that we are here, because I know while ever there's an all in Mark's ass, we're not going to be a IPMS club, but just saying, if we did, and we would be right up there, as one at best, definitely. Top 10, you know what I mean? From what I saw anyway last week.
You got any pictures of models today? That one.
I didn't. Well, I didn't put chuffing Paul. I didn't, Craig. That's why I said earlier on. Can we have some pictures on, please? Because we're looking here. So I'm sharing a screen. Can you see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you got that?
Yeah.
And you can see I've just absolutely highlighted Dougie's work there.
Can I just come in on that?
And all this, yeah, of course you can, mate.
So I saw 3 versions of this at Telford actually in the competition, and Dougie's is better than all 3 of them. And I think there were some other people that saw it as well. I think Lewis commented. because it's quite a popular model, is that?
It is.
But see, all this gun that he's put on here, this is not original. This is from a Warhammer model.
All this.
And yeah, so and if you look at the original gun, it's a bit naff, if I'm honest. But that, you know, that what he's put on there really suits it.
Yeah, I like his figure as well. You can see there's no, and I have zoomed right in as far as this app will let me. There's no bleed of brown into blue and vice versa. And looking at this figure's trousers, got the different shades of blue there. The boots are black, but they're not like black. And I think he's done really well with that.
The figure ties in with colour scheme of the robot as well, doesn't it?
It does, mate. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm just going to have a quick.
I think what it is with Dougie as well. I think what it is with Dougie as well is that because he does book all the time, you forget that he does models.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he just sits there, doesn't he, all morning, not doing that, looking after book and money and that. And you forget he's actually got some skill.
Yeah, absolutely.
He seems to be doing more though now, doesn't he? He seems to be doing a lot more modelling at home than he has been.
He does. He
It's
does,
all
mate.
a psychological thing, innit? I always said that it's all about your mojo, and if you're not in the right place, it's no good, is it?
No, but the thing with Doug is as well is if you remember 12, 18 months since, it was literally just aircraft once he built a Warhawk and little bits of World War II aircraft and one thing or another, and he dabbled with all what we all dabble with, which is your pre-shading and your weathering and stuff. But then he just completely went off on a tangent and started throwing stuff like this out. And actually, you know, I'm not saying that his aircraft were bad because they weren't. They were great. But he's certainly found a little niche in these kind of thing.
There's so much more out there, though, isn't there?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, absolutely.
And I think it's nice to have a dabble in something else because you learn so much.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. So fantastic club today. Really loved it. And you know what? I didn't do a video because, again, I just never get time. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to talk about what time is it now? Where's my clock? Oh, there it is. 20 to 9. Okay. Let me just have a quick flick through the comments because it's Housey that's proper been laying it on for me, and I appreciate that. Evening to everybody in the stream, and looking and sounding good. So thanks for that, Dave. And yet again, thanks for your help there. Really appreciate it because I'm proper buzzing about this now. And another one there. Neil is very much missed. Neil, what an absolute character. And like you said, Mark, you didn't really get to meet him. But absolutely larger than life character was Neil. Shame we didn't get any photos of the exhibits again. And again, that's why I posted on to our Facebook group and said, send me your pictures through. Now, did I say send me a pictures through a Telford or competition?
Telford.
Thanks, Jane. I ought to have had some more, didn't I? And then Dave finally. What's she said?
She's got hers there. They'll tucked up in the corner at me. Yeah.
Tucked up in the corner. And Dave finally, night. God bless everyone. Pleased all going well with the stream. Cheers. Thanks for that, Dave. Really appreciate it, mate. Now, what we got here, Garcer's marketing team followed a couple of your members into Telford, and was great to hear the enthusiasm from, I presume, his father and son wearing the club tops. Really great. Cheers. Who was that, Craigie? Was that you and
Neil, Martin, and Tyler.
yeah,
You
Martin
and
and
Tyler.
Ty?
Yeah.
Martin and Ty.
It was Martin and Ty. Yeah, fantastic. So, let me scroll up here a little bit on my right-hand side because before we go any further, Telford 2023. Now, I'm going to invite a chap on, right, to join us on the stream. Let me just type his name in here. And this chap, send that invitation. Hopefully he's going to pick that up. This chap, you should know his face. Craig, Paul, Andy and Mark, you should know his face. And then if he can drop on, we're going to chat about our Telford 23 experience. So I'll just have to flick between. Here we go. What's he sending me? Is that the message? And it is it's dropped down. So hopefully this guy's going to come and drop on. Fingers crossed. He has read the message. It gets sent on Messenger as a little sort of. But while we're waiting for him, I'm not going to tell you who it is. I'm going to also present and share my screen yet again. And hopefully you'll be able to see. You'll be able to see. Let me clear that. And I can't get you on at this right now, James. Just bear with me for 2 minutes. Let me just have a little look here. So you can see there, if I drop onto that, no link, Mark. Right, bear with me a sec, James. Let me keep trying for you, mate. So we're going to start with, obviously, the header that I've made, Telford 2023. Okay, and where's my... Bear with me a sec, bear with me, because I am new to this PC lark. Do that. Let me pop that into there and sending the link again. And let me just keep FaceTime, putting me on Messenger. Let me know if you get it. Okay, so Telford 23. Oh, we're up early doors. Paul, what time did you get up?
I didn't go to bed.
You didn't go to bed?
No.
You didn't go to bed.
You're all waiting for me to add to that. There's no more. I just didn't go to bed. It got so late that I was frightened that if I did go to bed, I'd sleep in. So I just sort of switched off as much as I could and stared at telly. They still put my alarm on just in case.
Mark, you were up early.
4 o'clock. Not me, 4 o'clock, yeah.
Rooster?
Yeah. Yeah, 3:45 we were up. So, yeah, an early morning, but we were all sorted, weren't we? Got there, we all met up at Mickey D's down at Derby and replenished our breakfast. Sorted.
Craigie, what time were you up?
4 o'clock. Then went to pick Martin up.
Bear with me a second, bear with me. Right, so James, so on that link, mate, put your finger on the link, long press it, that will save it into your phone. Come out of all that, go on to Google, type in your search bar, keep your finger pressed on your search bar, it will paste it in and go from there. Try that one. Me and Dale stopped at my house that night. I had the Friday off. I booked it off work, and Dale stopped at mine, so I went and picked him up. because Charlie's at uni, so we've got the spare bed. It were a bit like what do they call them? Is it what's that word I'm looking for? Will you stop up at somebody's house?
Sleepover.
No. Is it an Airbnb or something?
Yeah.
Airbnb, but it was a free one. And we got up at 4 a.m. and we were sort of like all geared around to say, right, 5 o'clock we need to set off, because we'd worked it back from Telford that we could set off at 5 o'clock. But it got so, what time was it? It got to about 4:30. We were both as giddy as anything, necking his coffees off and said, "Chuff it, come on, we're off." So we absolutely set off and made it down to Derby McDonald's in less than an hour. We all passed. Did we all? Mark, you didn't, but did we get stuck in that M1 50 mile an hour zone for about 20 mile?
No, I didn't.
Cracking.
Yeah.
Mark, you did, because you did M18. Andy, did you not either?
Well, we went down,
No,
we went
not
down
really.
M1,
I mean,
but we didn't join it until M18 junction, like. But
There's
Right, so-
there's only them roadworks, but there were no holding it up like there is during bleeding week. So
right.
we didn't roll a straight through, and I compensated for it in my timing anyhow. So no problem, straight down.
No problem, straight down. I'm just going to get a message sending through. Okay. And then down to Mac D's. So let me just have a look here. And I'm going to do this again, and I'm going to share that, because we're going to go through. So I'm going to try. Still nothing, but it opened in Chrome. I don't know why that is. I will resend the link. So Telford 23. Who's that?
General Patton.
General Patton.
yeah, 3 stars.
3-star General.
3-star General. Look at that. What you got there in your hand, Paul?
A gold, silver, and bronze, I think.
A gold, silver, and a bronze, and the
Trying to juggle the finalist thing.
And the smile says it all, doesn't it? That were a genuine. You are proper stoked up with that, mate.
I was just about to say, he looks happy, that chap, doesn't he?
He most certainly does.
Ask Paul, can I ask a quick question? When you get that gold at Telford, does that put you automatically into grand final, as it were?
Yeah, and then they pick the best in show from golds, I think.
Right. I wondered how they actually got best in show, like, do you know what I mean? Is that what it is?
Yeah,
then, or golds?
I think that's how they do it, because the best in show guy had got his gold, he'd got his overall winner, he'd got something else for a different thing. So yeah, they take it from golds. Did you see the overall winner?
I did.
Yeah. And it weren't plastic, were it?
No, it weren't.
Politics.
I've only seen photographs of it, to be honest. It's a sci-fi thing, wasn't it?
It were, yeah. I looked at the photos, the build photos, and there were a lot involved. Like, it were mostly made out of brass and, scratch built from things.
Yeah.
A lot of detail.
But not plastic.
No.
No, plastic model show and metal object wins.
You see,
anyway,
I mean,
probably not the place to debate that.
No, probably not. There are engineering modelling contests and shows, though, aren't there?
Absolutely, yeah.
For that very thing.
Yeah, but we weren't the first. We weren't the first to comment on that, and we won't be the last either.
No, and I mean, at the end of the day, it's all down to judges, isn't it, and what they think. So
yeah, they're the rules, and so it's up to them to stick to them, innit?
That's it. Yeah.
What's happening there then in that photograph?
All right, Paul, you can explain that one.
Oh, that's Michael, isn't it, from Airfix?
It is.
Who's showing an interest in the club for second time. We lost touch with him after Bolton. So I think him and Mark intend to keep in contact, and he keeps on about doing a blog and all sorts of things. So we'll see what happens with that.
Yes. Let me just have a look here. Andy Norfolk.
Yo.
You came to Bolton, didn't you, with us in January this year?
Yeah.
So, what can you remember? We won the best table, didn't we?
Yes, we did. It was a proper Cesco turnout. The table, did we have 6 at the end or something like that?
We had 5 double tables in the end.
5 doubles. I can't remember numbers, but it was festooned from one end to other with quality kits. It really was. And as far as I can remember, the guys that judged it were saying it was superb cross section from one end to other. And we like I say, we got table at day.
We did. Now, so for
festooned, I like that, Andy.
Festooned,
yeah, good word usage.
That only you know. And everybody is obviously entitled to do what they need to do. But Andy, you had to shoot off on Sunday morning.
Yes.
And I bumped into that. It is Michael. That's his name. Cleggy, as he's known. He doesn't work for Airfix. He works for Hornby. And he was explaining to us, Paul, on the day, that he has so many avenues that he has to go down. He has to take pictures and do correspondence for Airfix, for Hornby, for somebody else and somebody else and somebody else. And his time is absolutely stretched. Now, when I saw him on Sunday morning, he turned around and he went, just the man. And he knew straight away what I was going to talk to him about. And I said, look, he says, Mark, I'm ever so busy. And I haven't forgot, you've actually got the trophy still in the car from Bolton. Didn't even need a prompter. Do you want it today? I said, well, yeah, that'd be great. Receiving the best table award for Bolton at Telford. And I said, right, I've got to have some conditions here, mate. I need all the lads and lasses that were there, that are here at Telford today. We need a photograph. And he went, yeah, absolutely no problem. So he nipped to the car. He gave us an hour. We met up at what was that thing that they had outside the Airfix stand, Craig? You're the armour guy.
It was a scout car. Fox.
A scout car.
Ferret, it was a ferret, wasn't it?
Yeah, ferret. That's the one.
A ferret. So we all met there at 12 o'clock, and he presented us with the trophy, and I am going to offer it up now. We sort of thought, when I'm going to offer you the trophy. When I said that, Craig, what was the picture that came into your head when you were saying trophy?
Not what was presented, but I was expecting a trophy, a proper trophy. Yeah, something that can hold and...
Yeah, or a shield or something along those lines. You know what I mean?
If you win, and it's not just us, obviously, but if you win best table at a show from Michael, it's not down to him. This is what Hornby give to him to pass on to the winners. Where's my camera? There it is.
Yeah, have you met that? You said.
Wait for this, Andrew.
Really?
Watch this.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's almost like the sign that we got. Do a piece of A4 at Bolton. Best table, and that was it.
It's like a
bloody hellfire.
Is
it
the
looks
camera
like a cheap magnet, doesn't it? What's this say? That display of the table of the day. Display of the day.
Display of the day. Now, so me and
the
Paul and Mark, we have had time to think about this, and we've got we've got to balance out that, you know, I suppose at the end of the day, if you'd have come up and give me an ice cream, I'd have still been absolutely buzzing, because we got the photo of everybody, didn't we, at the show. Let me just flip through my photos here, because I'm pretty sure, and I will share the screen, I'm pretty sure I've got that photo in my little photo album here. I'm hoping I have, because then I'll share it with you. And the people who are watching, it might jog your memory, or you might not even know. But what you've got to understand, obviously, you haven't got to understand. What you've got to understand is that this year at Bolton 2023, we had 18, 17, 18 boys and girls.
Yeah, at least, yeah.
At least, who went to the show. We went to the show. We put on the best show that we possibly could. We organised the table with the Lancasters in the front and centre, and then Paul, he's disappeared. He's there. Look, Paul, and then we came into dioramas, and we sort of did the small scale stuff, and we made it look really, really cool. But it weren't just that won us the award, Andy, was it?
No. I'm trying to think. What actually said it was just it were everything from. You have to help me out here now, because I'm trying to remember what he said.
Right. So the reason that Cesco won the best table at Bolton was simply because, yes, we put on a great table, but I mean, you can see the table there. Let me just blow that up. I know it's a really shitty photo because it's done on my phone. We've got Gene and Martin and Ty, Clem, Dave, Bill. Who's that? Is that Dougie's little one? Yes, it is, isn't it? Young Sam and Dougie, myself, Marky, Trev. That's not Lewis, is it? Or it might be. Ange and Paul, Pat. Lewis is there, look down the bottom. Trev, me, da-da-da. The reason that we actually won the best table was because we didn't stand at the back of the table like the picture suggests. You know that. Let me click a number here. There's 20 people watching. The 20 people who are watching, I am sure that you've been to a show at some point. And if you haven't, you need to go because you're missing out. But when you go to a show, and it was prevalent again at Telford this year, you do get people sat at the back of the tables like this. Am I right? Yeah. Absolutely. And there's I'm not saying that there's no interaction. The difference between other clubs' interaction and our interaction, Andy, we were all stood at the front of the table.
Yeah.
And everybody that walked past, that pointed and looked and asked, we all jumped in and said, oh, it's this guy that's built this. It's this lady that's built this. What do you want to know? And we absolutely interacted with every single person that came along. That's the difference, mate. Yeah,
it was nice to meet a lot of people. And it surprised people when he said, oh, this lady's built it, and that lady's built this, and this young lad's done that. And they sort of look at you and say, well, women, they expect kids to a certain degree, and then, you know, when you see what the turning out, and you say, bloody hell, fire. And it really learning experience for everybody, I think. Don't you?
Right. Absolutely. The other significant difference was as well, because I'm looking at the photo now, the majority of us had club merch on, which I am so proud of. I've got my club merch on today, and Craigie's got his on. And Michael actually turned around to me when he finally met up with me at the end of the show. He said, you know what, Mark? Pleased to meet you. You guys are absolutely unbelievable. Every time I fucking turn around, there's a black Cesco shirt either stood at side of me, just in front of me, back. You're absolutely everywhere. How many goddamn people have you brought? And I said, 17, 18. Said that by far the most respected and well portrayed club that's here today by your sheer numbers. Which is absolutely fantastic. Now,
it was a hell of a day, to be honest, mate, wasn't it?
It was superb. I loved it. Unfortunately, this coming year, we've only got three tables. Right, back to Telford. You can see there's a chap on screen there. James, good evening.
Good evening, Mark.
Good evening, sir. Thanks for popping along to my live stream.
Thank you very much for the invite.
You're welcome, mate. Can you? Is any of the faces there looking any familiar?
Yeah, I recognise them all, mate. I'll watch all your videos. So.
Oh, bless you. We're talking about our Telford experience. Did you enjoy it this year?
It's brilliant, mate. It was really, really good. Yeah, it was. Me and Dave, my brother-in-law, who you well know, he was at Bolton beginning of this year with Cairn Model Club showing upstairs. So I know you were right at the end, and you took best in show, didn't you? Best club stand.
Certainly did.
Yeah, very good, mate. I bet you're proud as punch.
Happy days. I think I did make a video after that show, and I'm not telling you to watch it back, but if you watch it back, you can see I am positively, absolutely beaming my ass off.
Yeah. Like yourself, we've been for the last 3 years. It started off with COVID, and I was sort of like I've never been to Telford. I've been to a few shows. I've been with Plymouth Scale Modelers for since 1990. I joined, and then obviously I stopped off in about 2006, and then started again like most people did with COVID kicking in, and we had nothing better to do, so we picked the model kits up again, and it's been non-stop. Been really good.
Happy days, absolutely happy days. Let me just have a look at. Do you know what? My memory is absolutely shocking. I've got 2 pieces of paper up here. Let me just have a look here. So what I've written on, I've actually put James. Thank you, Lewis. Now I have actually invited Lewis onto the stream, but he's not popped on yet. Was that first time that you'd met Lewis, James?
To speak to, yeah. I missed him. I know we caught up with Bill, Trev. There was a few that was
rattling old names off the club.
Yeah. Stronger force this time. A lot stronger. They said earlier on, you sort of turn around and you got a Cesco and Emsworth shirt there, right in your face. So yeah, it was a good show. Good show out by all, and congratulations to Paul as well. I did say to him, is that scrapyard diorama absolutely brilliant, really, really good, well deserved gold.
Let me just have a look. Lewis is coming on in a minute. I just want to see if I can find before he comes on. Let me see if. Oh my God! Here we go. Right, here we go. So I'm going to share my screen. Dash and share there. Mark, I'm absolutely in my element with this now, aren't I, mate?
With 2 tails.
Like with 2 tails, I know. Right, so Paul's actually dropped off for a minute. I don't know where he's gone. He'll be back in a minute, I'm sure. So the diorama is called Scrap. And if I just blow that up, and do you know what? You can blow some pictures up, and you can start to see the flaws. However, I challenge anybody to find any fucking flaw in this piece by Paul. It's a shame he's not here, actually. We've got engines, we've got a plastic bin that now looks like metal that's got the fire inside it, a jerry can,
that was good.
scratch built pallets, rusted cars, pipe work. Moving on, the pallet at the back. Now, if you don't know how many people, if you do know, you don't know, and I do, because I work with pallets in a warehouse. That there, I don't know if you can see me cursor that's pointing to that corner. That's actually a tiny little bit of plastic wrapped on it, because when warehousemen put stock onto pallets and wrap it with plastic wrap, you have to tie it to the bottom lug of the pallet before you can wrap it round. Another pallet, rust effects, which is just unbelievable. I need to zoom out a little bit, I think, don't I, to get the whole...
I mean, it's not just
the whole
skill,
shot.
it's imagination as well, to think it up.
Yeah, look at that.
What got me was the when you come in from the side and have a look at the container at the back, and it was everything in there with all the computers and the light on as well. That's just fantastic. Really, really good.
Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Patton and Son, that skip, James, that's scratch built. We actually saw Paul making that at the club. Wheels, what's the chipboard over the window? That drain pipe that's leaking down here.
Yeah, it was. It was really, really good.
Yeah, look at that.
Like I said, mate, well deserved. Well deserved gold.
Yeah, I didn't quite catch inside the container. I've just got the door there. What a bummer.
Yeah, I think I've got a couple of photos I can send on.
Yeah, send them, post them onto the post them onto
your site.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, no problem, mate. No problem.
And there it is in its finished piece. Scratch built tree, the pipe down here, the gold, absolutely every single thing about that was absolutely fantastic. So let's go back to who we got on now. Young Lou, look who's in the screen there, young Lou. Can you see that fella there?
You all right, mate?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Good.
Lewis, do you want to tell James what you've done today?
I managed to place third in the present category at the competition.
Oh, get on you. Get on you.
You happy with that, Lou?
Yeah.
Get that, pride of place.
Yeah.
When did you start it?
When did I what, sorry?
When did you start the kit? I bet it was Monday.
I started it about the start of October.
Yeah.
So I had the kit finished about start of November.
You had the kit finished at the start of November?
Yeah, but you've done 45 in between, mate, haven't you?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He's bought a few. He was showing me on Sunday. He said, look what I bought. So we had a little, we had a little wander around in the wheelchair. And, he bought quite a few. I said to him, just take it easy. Don't go putting them together. I used to build them like that. When I first started, used to whack them together, no problem at all. You had one built in a week. you know. But now it's
Yeah.
just, take a little bit of more time.
Yeah, no.
Think about what you're building. You
Yeah,
know,
it's
it's
worth the
research
effort.
as well.
Takes you 3 or 4 days now to do one, doesn't it, Lewis?
Is that it?
It's all good.
That's
But
down in all that
James,
Hector.
you also
I've got
James, you
done out
also
on that
looked after
Hector.
young Low as well at club, didn't you? In the pushing him round in wheelchair, mate.
Yeah, I know. We were outside, you know, having a smoke, and he come out. He was looking for you. He was sort of like, "Oh, have you seen Mark?" And I'm like, "No." I said, "I saw him inside." But yeah, I said, oh, Dave had a little bit of networking to do, you know, so he was out on meet and greet, promoting his shameless. This is going to be shameless now, but there you go. That way, there you go, 3D Gizmo. Yeah, he was promoting himself, going around to the clubs. You know, he's doing really well for himself. But
Yeah, mate,
I said
absolutely.
to him, you know, you carry on in, and we'll go and find Mark. Anyway, we come into the entrance, and Lewis was saying that his feet were hurting, so we shot up to the reception and bunged him in a wheelchair. Threatened to let him go earlier on, you know, after we got him in, coming down that little ramp there to the entrance, and he was sort of like, "Yeah, go on." But yeah, it was overall the best show that I've been to this year so far.
Yeah.
It really was. Thoroughly enjoyed myself.
Now, I have got 6 people on screen, so I am going to try something. I don't know if it'll let me share my screen with 6 people on. I'm brand new to this, so let's just have a look, see if everybody disappears up to one side, and they have, which is great, because this is our Telford journey. So we kicked off in Mackie Days, and we've got Dale stood there. Then let's have a look here. Young Ty, Craigie, and Martin. And at this point, James, last year when we went, we followed Mark, and we said we went down the M6 toll. I can see you waiting in wings, Paul. Just give me a minute. We were sort of saying, well, we'll go down the M6 toll, but this year Craig said, no, don't do that. We can go down the A5 instead. So we all set off like absolute lunatics following Craig. I think we had Bill with us last year as well, ordering everybody's food like you do and enjoying that. Our Jeannie and Rue, cool beans. Mr. Paul Patton, our champ. Now, this one, I love this one. Look at this one. Can you see this, Jeannie? Look at this. Is she still there, Rue?
No, mate, she's got to bed.
Has she gone? Lid?
Yeah.
Look at that one. What an absolute pair.
On your mark.
On your bike. Beautiful. And then just going through, just to see if you can jog your memory on any of these.
Yes, I saw it, Mr. Andrews.
Well done, Jeannie. That was the boat, the dockyard diorama.
They're incredible. Wow.
Yeah, massive.
It was. That was there last year, James. Did you see that last year?
That was the winner last year, I think, wasn't it? It was the overall winner.
Which one?
Corrected. I didn't think it was. What it, Craig?
I'm not sure, but
No,
I mean, we were told that it was, but
no, last year it was a little cannon on wheels.
It was like the early motor cars, like the very early Mercedes from like 1902 or something like that.
All right.
Spoked wheels and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That is a fantastic model. The thing that spoilt it for me, and I did say it again this year, the props are static, James.
Yeah, I think
if the props had been blur or motorized,
Yeah, I think that
Not taking anything away from the model, mate.
No, definitely not. I think the chap that displayed that one this year, he had 2 Lancasters to the side of him, if I remember rightly, and both of those were they were motorized.
They were. What a shame that that one wasn't done.
Yeah,
Anti-flash Vulcan.
yeah, big bird.
Did you see that one?
Yeah,
I didn't take that many photos, to be fair. I was just so busy. That one looked,
that was very
Dale
good.
liked that one.
Yeah,
Love the contrasting colours there. Absolutely superb. And again, sat on a map, just set that off. You see that one?
yeah, the oak, yeah.
Can't remember that.
That's from the film, isn't it? Where he picks that tank turret out.
Yeah.
Absolutely bang on. Reason that I took that one is because one of our side builds at club this year is called Top Me Tan Up Love. And that's where club members can enter with any kind of commercial airliner. So I thought I'd take that one. Alien Walker, I took that for Trev
Alien
because
Walker,
he's
yeah.
got the 3D printing resin
file for it.
injection plastic. He's got that for
Yeah,
it,
it's
mate.
the
Yeah, but he's
resin,
making
the resin
it. I think,
file for it. STL file.
yeah. He's doing a 1:6 scale, I do believe,
Yeah, that's going to be big then.
which is absolutely massive.
That's one of the
Now
ones
then.
that you bought as well, isn't it?
The reason that I took that one,
Yeah, it's because you bought it.
absolutely, mate. That's why I took that one.
Yeah. I've got it
I bought
upstairs.
Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice kit from Italy, that is.
And we're on to Paul's Dio,
Yeah.
who's just waiting in the wings at the minute.
Mark, can you only have 6 people on at once with this?
I can, unless you want to give me £20 a month, love.
Not say, put Paul on, mate. I'm going to go get myself a drink and that. So I'm going to come off, put Paul on, yeah?
Right. Cheers. All right then, Marky Mark.
All right, I'm still going to watch it, like, but I'm going to leave it for tonight. So I'll see you later, lads. All right.
I'll catch you later.
See you,
Cheers.
Mark.
All right, Mark. I'll see you later. Cheers, man.
Good, Mark.
So, Mr. Patton back on screen. Paulio, thanks for your patience.
All right.
All right. Yeah. Paul, we've got James on. Can you remember James from
I certainly
Telford?
can. All right, James.
Hello, Paul. You all right?
Yeah, mate. We had a good chat, didn't we? But when you were we bumped into each other when you were pushing Lewis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just after somebody decided to trump.
Oh, that.
God.
Dougie,
Lewis.
probably.
Dougie.
Dougie.
Farting.
We weren't sure. Lewis was blaming me. I'm like, nah, it wasn't me.
It's got to be Dougie. You should have heard him in hotel room.
Oh, God.
Paul, can I just, are you, let me just have a look down here. Paul, can you do me a favour?
What's that?
If I zoom out, I want you to just talk about these photos, mate. Starting there. Let's start with, because look, end of day, that ticket there at the bottom says everything, right? So let's give the floor to Paul. Paul, concept of the idea, where did that come from, mate?
Something been in my mind for a long time, is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Just
Even at
interrupt a minute?
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to have to go, lads. So I shall catch up with you later on. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
All right,
Brilliant day. Nice to see everybody. I'll talk to you later.
Cheers, Andy.
All right, guys. Cheers, pal.
No worries,
Ta-ra,
mate.
mate.
See you later.
Ta-ra, mate.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Right, go on, try again.
Yeah, it's just something I've had in my mind for a long time, and I had the container in the box waiting for a long time as well before I started it after last club.
When you said container, can you see my cursor? Sorry to interrupt, Paul. Can you see my cursor going across the screen or not?
No, and I'm on my phone as well. Have you got the pictures off my Facebook? Because they're quite detailed.
I haven't, mate. No, but if you put them onto the Cesco page as a new post now, I will be able to come out of this particular album and go into your. If you put the sort of 20 or 30 photos on, because the reason that I want to keep going with this is because you've taken it down to club today to show everybody that didn't go to Telford, unfortunately, and absolutely everybody. Craig, Mark, James, Lewis has been absolutely blown away.
Yeah.
Just with the level of detail.
That's one of them, isn't it?
I don't know. I've no idea.
Yeah,
mate.
that's one. Because I can do what you just suggested, but I'll have to leave because as soon as I come out of this, it is on my phone.
Right,
but that's actually one of them.
Are there other photos on your own personal Facebook page?
Yeah, but they're also on Cesco one as well.
Well, I think that these are them then, Cocker.
That's one of them.
That's one of them. So coming back to this one, there's people watching, and I'm hoping that they're interested in this. So full scrapyard diorama, right? So starting on the right-hand side, we've got a bloke laying underneath what?
A Renault 4.
Okay.
By Helen.
And that's got an engine hoist in it, hasn't it? Let me make that bigger and scroll it across so that we can see. And a dog squirting a piss out. Go on, tell us why. Why? What's going through your mind while you're doing this?
I have no idea.
I love it. Trolley jack.
It's just a talking point, isn't it? I like to put things in that going to make people smile, if possible. Turns out it's really, really hard to scratch build 124 dog piss. And I am conscious that it is slightly out of scale, but considering I used a white beard hair as the main bit, I'm struggling to think out thinner. But I'm thinking.
Okay. What's so right? So after the dog, we've got a trolley jack. Go on, you take over, Paul, because you can see what I'm showing there.
Yeah, it's a really small picture I'm looking at on my phone, though. That's all. So you've got that Honda there. A lot of people like the engine fire bit. Said that were quite convincing.
Yeah.
And so you can see a scratch built skip and scratch built steps behind it.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Fence as well. That's scratch built.
Paul, the Patton and Son. That looks. Where did you get that from?
A guy on our page who don't come to club, but he's one of the members on Cesco Facebook page. I put a post out there asking to see if anyone had got access to, I believe it's called a Siri cut or a Kiri cut, whatever. Pardon?
Cricket. They call them crickets.
Crickets?
Yeah, it's a cricket. Yeah. Cry cut.
Oh, right. Well, there you go. One of them. Because he made me a stencil. It's a sticky back plastic thing. You've got to take all the letters out, so you're left with a stencil.
Yeah. Cool. What did you throw inside that skip there?
It's got some foam in the bottom, to raise it up a bit to make it look full, and then bits of foam to make it again look like rubbish and what have you, and then any broken bits or any bits left over from kits I put in there. So it's like a broken gate, there's exhaust parts, bricks and blocks and things like that.
Cool.
If there is a more detailed photo of that, if you can see what's in it quite clearly.
That one.
No, it's
I'm just scrolling through now, mate, just to see if I can see. No, that's it.
No, you'd have to go on the post that I put on my Facebook, my personal Facebook page. I think.
Is it on yours?
Yeah, there's about 20 photos. There's more of the tree. There? Yeah.
Right, bear with me because.
And they are quite clear as well.
Yeah, I can actually do that. I do believe. Just bear with me a second. I'm just sort of. It's finding it. Let me have a look up here. If I type P for Paul.
Just while Mark's doing that, for anyone interested, I'm just working my way through this Iron Maiden collection that I've just had delivered. Basically, all iconic album covers have been made into resin models. You can see that.
How much was that, pal?
Oh yeah.
I think they're about 50 quid each or something like that. It were it were a Kickstarter campaign that I backed towards beginning of the year. Look at that one, Lewis.
Beautiful. Is there the Peace of Mind in there? Ah, oh, buddy, I want that now, you know.
Look at that. And the padded to show you, come in these lovely boxes with all this gum, and you get trying to get this in focus for you. You get the padded, so it's a 3D thing that you put together like this, look.
Oh
and
yeah.
And you guys around about.
Might have to pick one of them up, you know.
Yeah, I'm not struggling for something to do anymore, put it that way.
Yeah, where'd you get them from?
It were a Kickstarter campaign that I backed at the beginning of the year, and it's only just come through, but they are going to be on general release soon, I think.
I hope so. I want that Peace of Mind one, mate.
There's the dude.
Ooh,
not easy to show you, but you even get all the chains separate to attach to him and that.
That'd be awesome to do.
Paul, I've gone onto your Facebook, mate.
Yeah.
And I've started on, well, that's picture one, which we've seen. Look at that smile. That's a man that's happy. Picture two, you should be able to see that a lot better now.
Yeah, that's better, isn't it?
Right,
actually,
come on,
if you
then.
look,
let's get some explaining done here.
If you look there, I forgot to put the cinder blocks back, and you can actually see it switch in front of.
Oh yeah, you can. Just at bottom of bin. There's a little black hole, isn't there, just to the bottom of the bin.
That's the one that we had that emergency with at 11th hour, because I managed to get weathering powder in there, and it went on blink. I thought I was going to have to dig the whole thing out, like literally on Thursday evening before a competition on Friday.
Yeah.
But a bit of switch cleaner did the trick, didn't it?
Absolutely. I don't know if you can see, James, just at the bottom of the breeze blocks. Can you see them two things there?
Yeah. It's all right, I'm
Pigeons.
looking. I've got the TV on beside me, so I can see it better in there.
Glass, Paul, on that. Is it a Volkswagen?
The yellow one.
Yes, mate.
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
the
Golf,
Golf.
isn't it?
The
Yeah.
Golf. And
How?
if you look, the glass, well, the smashed effect is basically done with just a sharp scalpel, and you just go about whittling it, doing cross hatches on it. The brakes, what you have to do is just sketch it out on your glass roughly, and drill holes where you want the extremities to be, and then holes all over the bit that you want to remove, and then you remove that with your cutters then, because if you start just going in with cutters or trying to break it, it'll snap where you don't want it to. So you've got to make the hole first.
Yeah.
And if you the bonnet there as well, that is made out of thick tin foil from a takeaway container, because you can't get plastic to bend like that, and it's out of scale if you look at the cross section of how thick plastic parts are.
Excellent work.
Yeah,
We've got a
really good.
steel girder there that's smashing into that. Is that a 2CV by any chance?
Yeah.
Yes. Can you see the?
Steel girder.
Can you see how the? Yeah, that.
Yeah. Can you see my cursor?
I can now. Yeah. So you've got the indicator popped out there as if somebody's tried to get it and then abandoned it or whatever, because that's a wiring loom.
And this.
Oh yeah.
Pigeons.
The pigeon, yeah.
Look at how we've got the door with no glass in it that's actually lent, and the wing mirror there is just poking through.
You can see ivy on there, can't you?
Yeah.
There's also a pigeon on top of that knackered bin as well, if you look.
There.
Just by the
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, I got him.
So that
just below
bin,
or next to the indicator. Yeah, that one.
when Trev 3D printed me the bins, this one here, the broken one, that actually were a misprint. Yeah, it didn't print as it should have. And Trev said, "What do you want me to do? You just want me to throw it away?" And I went, "Not at all, mate. That's better than one that you've actually done for me. That's going to be a centerpiece, is that?"
Tufts of grass, all in scale. Love the weathering there on that old pipe coming out at ground. That looks superb. Euro pallet on top of the bonnet. Fantastic. We've got an engine there as well.
That's the engine from the Mercedes, from the 190.
We've got a bit of wrought iron gate, and the pallet stood up at the back. What's that on the corner of the pallet up there, Paul?
That is a bit of cellophane that you would find normally on this type of thing, apparently.
Yeah.
Burnt out engine. And
I learned that stuff's known as DAS. Apparently, the white stuff that comes out of an engine when it's had a fire. So there you go.
All right, okay.
That's what they're known as.
I thought you meant the chuffing soap powder.
That's it. That's why it's called DAS, because it looks like soap powder.
God.
Yeah.
Can we start? Let's start up here, up at the top with the fence, right? The scratch built fence, if I can get it into shot. And another pigeon on the skip. Scratch built fence, Paul.
Yeah, it's just styrene and just that mesh that you get for car bodies, doing body work.
I can see.
And some what they call it, some mock barbed wire, if you like, on top.
Spare tyres, where from?
Just from kits, from the cars. Luckily, the ones that look like tyres do when they're off at rims, whereas a lot of ones that you get on models have got bits to attach them to the plastic wheels. Luckily the ones I got there look like, you know, tyres inside. Because you can't alter that if the tyres don't look like if you get the ones that don't look realistic, you can't do automatic, can you? You can't start cutting rubber.
No, mate.
Make it look convincing.
Pigeon on top at roof, drain pipe, a green and white oil drum. I think that says Castrol on the side.
It does.
A pump truck. Go on. Water's leaking out of the pipe down here.
Yeah, the drain pipe and all that. That's actually, and windows. That's actually a 135 scale from a mini art kit. Just so happened that it worked for that particular size in 124 scale as well. So
you've already told me how many pieces do you build, paint, put in, look at it 10 minutes later and go, nah, that don't look right.
Loads.
Yeah, I was going to say it's too many, isn't it?
I've got something on my bench at minute, the yellow Volkswagen camper van. That I'm just putting on its own little base, and I've got enough bits and bobs left over from this that I can make a little diorama without actually painting anything. I've only got to make a base, and I've still got stuff left. So you've got to be prepared to paint things and not include them. That's one you've got to be strict with it as well, because even though this is a scrapyard's going to be messy, it's messy, but it's in a controlled way, isn't it? It's not just thrown. If you start putting things all over, it's confusing. So you put things on and take them off, and
yeah, mate.
I've got to ask you. Go on.
The bloke that's underneath the car. Is it just his legs?
No, he's all the way under. But I didn't put a lot of effort into painting his face.
I've been meaning to ask you that for chuffing weeks, man.
It's a good job as well, because the model were awful.
Really?
Yeah. Like, it were almost cartoon-like.
I'm going to zoom out. Trolley jack, what's that? Is that the small, what is that, scratch or?
No, a lot of these, so that the jack that you see, the stuff inside the container, all the tools and things came out of a Ujimi 124 garage kit. The stands there that you were pointed to there, 3D printed, and all the tools came from that Fujimi kit as well. Apart from I added a rusty chain to that to make it look like it's actually lifting engine out.
Yeah, we can see that there. That's about as good as it gets. So we can see that the bricks in the old photo that were over here are now back in place over the switch that lights that fire.
Yeah.
And I do like this charred bit around, because you do actually get that in real life.
Yeah, it's
charred
a dead grass
grass
that goes with it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all gone like ash. It's like ash, isn't it?
My screen's not actually moved on here. I'm still looking at the guy under the car for some reason.
Shouldn't be. What are you looking at now, Paulio?
It's not moved on, mate. I can hear you, but
Is it not?
you're breaking up.
Bear with me a second. Bear with me. I'm just going to come out of that and go back in. Let's see if I can go back into it. What you got?
Blank screen loading.
Yeah, there you go.
With a swirly thing.
I've got full picture on. James, you got picture on? Paul's
Yeah, I've got a
disappeared.
picture on. Yeah.
Yeah, he's dropped out as Paul. He's going to come back on, I'm sure. He's going to come back on. I'll have to watch for him down in my bottom corner.
So how did you find the Telford experience this year, Mark, from last year?
It was really funny last year, and I said it on my video that I was literally pulled. Let me just get rid of this. I was literally pulled from pillar to post last year because and people were literally like yourself jumping out saying, "Mark, chopping hell," and obviously that was brand new for me.
Yeah,
and while
it's
I'm
weird.
on that subject, while I'm on the subject, thanks for that, actually, James, because a couple of shout outs while Paul comes back. So when we joined the queue, which was very, very early in the morning, I met a bloke called John in the queue who said, "Mark," come and tap me on the shoulder. "Mark, you are the reason I use MRP paints." So we had 10 minutes chat. He didn't want to feel like he was queue jumping, even though it'd only come down 2 or 3 people. So John in the queue on Saturday, that was the Saturday morning, I introduced him to MRP. I'm sure it's not just me. Then I had another one called Bruce from Bovington who sort of gave me a double take, James, and went, "Mark Andrew, yeah, that's the one, yeah." So hi to Bruce. Martin, who had he commented on one of my videos prior, saying I can fix your StreamYard issue, and he did give me some great pointers on that one. John, and at the side of his name, I just put watches the channel. So John, if you're watching or if you watch later on, thanks for the fist bump. A chap called Alex, I think he was from Scotland, and he'd cottoned on to me, James, through Kits for Kids, and said, "What a fantastic job you've done there, and thank you very much." James, I've even got your names. I've got your name down for helping young Lewis.
I was going to say we had a nice little chat, didn't we, outside?
Yeah.
And meeting Fred as well. Meeting Fred after listening to you last year about him falling asleep in the grass. I thought that was absolutely brilliant. Yeah, he's very nice. Legend. Yeah.
David Harris.
Yeah, that's my brother-in-law, Dave. That's 3D Gizmo.
That's your brother-in-law.
Yeah.
I bumped into Greg Phillips again. Greg's on YouTube. Bumped into Greg again, and we had sort of like 10 minutes. Then I bumped into him again. I had 10 minutes, etc., etc.
Yeah, I saw Greg right at the start when we were coming in. He was all on his own by the reception there, and then he shot off.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. A couple of shout outs, Ev and Shonad down in Wales. Who's that coming back on? It's Paulio Pat. Let me just have a look. Add to stage. Ev and Shonad down in Wales. Lee Powell, I love Lee to bits, is great. James Bam said hello. Nigel from Nigel's Modelling Bench, Nigel Frampton, saw him as well. Malcolm Childs from Models for Heroes. We didn't pass. We literally had 30 seconds cross. I am great to see you. Hope you're well, etc., etc. But, James, the funniest one for me, and I can't remember, I think Paul was sat with us, Lewis, and maybe Craig as well, but right at the end of the show, mate, on Sunday, I'm sat, and there's a couple sat at the back of me. Who said that, Lewis?
I remember him.
Absolutely. And it's a shout out to a chap called John and his partner Sam. I'm guessing it's Samantha from Ayrshire. James, I'm sat there and I've got Dale sat in front of me, and Dale's going like this to me. What's up with you? What's up with you? And I turns around, and this woman, she looked at me and she went, "You're not going, are you?" And I went, "Well, we are shortly, yeah, love. Why, what's the matter?" And she went, "My husband absolutely adores you." And I went, "Shut up," because I'm just a regular bloke. I'm like, "Shut up, chuff me. What's your name?" She went, "It's Sam." She went, "Please don't go." I says, "Where is he?" She says, he's gone to pick his award up from the competition area. And I said, "Right, yeah, no problem. We're not in a rush." So he came and they sat together, and she's chatting to him, James, and he's sat, I mean, he was literally just here over my shoulder. And he's going, "Mark Andrews, fucking legend, absolutely legend, fucking watch out." So I turns around, I says, "You all right, mate?" He went, yeah, Indian. He says, I said, "You all right, mate?" He went, "I'll tell you what," he went, "you are huge in Scotland." I went, "Give up, man." He went, "I'm not kidding. You are massive. We all watch you up in Scotland." I'm like, "Give up, mate." So John and Sam in Ayrshire. I know it's taken a long time to give you a shout out, guys, but thanks ever so much for that. And it was lovely chatting. It was superb. The 2 days that we had, all tying in with going out for a curry on a night time, which Paul organised, which were absolutely fantastic. The amazing models that we saw in the competition area, the hotel that we stayed in were great. I got to display my big tornado on the Tornado SIG, thanks to Phil, Nige, Andy, and Chris for that. I thought the 2-minute silence, James, was absolutely beautiful.
Brilliant. Yeah. Apart from the phone going off yet again.
Yeah, you always get one.
Yeah.
The stands, the SIGs, and the traders all did themselves very, very proud. I bumped into my old mate Daz Elliott, who's actually from this area, but moved to Blackpool years and years and years ago. But the only thing that I was a little bit disappointed with, so on my previous videos, I'd said I'd wanted specific kits to buy. And I'm looking up here because that's where they are. I definitely wanted that bike, James. I'm not a bike builder.
Yeah.
I'm a tornado builder, man.
Yeah.
I picked one up. We went to one stand and it was 65 quid. We went to another, it weren't there. We went to another, £42. And that just shows the difference on.
Yeah,
having a little bit of a shop round. I did get a tack-on fork truck because I drive a fork truck for a living, mate.
Yeah.
So I wanted that. Daz Elliott gave me another 1 in 32 A10 to finish.
Yeah.
But the twin-seater, I got a Russian missile defense system, the book, but I got that off Sean at SGS. And then I happened to drop on a kit that I have wanted. I've only been back in modelling for 8 years, and I've literally wanted it for 8 years. And that's the Trumpeter 1 in 32 Tram Intruder.
Yeah, the Intruder. Yeah, absolutely beautiful kit that is.
I think you saw me with it in my hand.
Yeah, beaming like a little girl.
Beaming like a little girl.
Yeah, beaming like a little girl. Yeah, you was. Yeah.
Did you say that you got it or built it?
I've got it. Yeah. No, I've not built it. No, I've got it. Yeah.
Have you been through the box?
Yeah. It's the detail in it is absolutely stunning. It really is. But it's whether or not it goes together because it's Trumpeter, isn't it? I know it's had a few fit issues, but it's just like everything else, though, isn't it? You know, you see these kits and you're like, oh, I want it. And well, we're model makers, didn't we? Wait, you know what I bought anyway, didn't you? Because
What did you get?
I got me the Trumpy 251. I also I paid I think that was 85 quid.
I will look
And
at that
then
one.
I bought the Andy's Hobby headquarters, which I showed you.
Yeah.
That one I paid, I think it was 99.75.
Yeah.
And we hunted around for that. But the kit that I was after was a Jag Panther, the Trumpeter Jag Panther in 1/16. And when we got in there in the morning on the Saturday, it was there. And I went and got Dave because I needed him to give me a hand with all three kits, because we sort of like we were liaising with Plymouth Scale Models, Dave Watson, who's our chairman.
Yeah.
And he was sort of like, yeah, you can drop off anything you like. So David bought, I think he had gone over to Jez at SMS Paints. Yeah, because he had done a Mandalorian helmet for him. So Jez had got him he got him the Tacom 1/16 Jeep. And Dave was sort of like chuffed to bits with that. And by the time I found him and we got back, the bloody thing had gone. I was like, oh. So yeah, it's just one of them things, isn't it? You know. There'll be another show, mate. There'll be another show. So it'll
the
come.
only disappointing
eventually.
thing for me was, and I know this is going to sound strange because I'm sure that people are going to say, "Did you go to the same show as I did?" It was actually the range of kits. I thought that there'd be a lot more.
Yeah.
Range. We go shopping. We go Christmas shopping, James. We go to Halifax Modellers World at Christmas.
Yeah.
To see Diamond Dave, and Diamond Dave's back wall is absolutely chock-a-block full of armour. Lewis, am I right?
Yeah.
And I thought that there'd be a lot more variety, and there just weren't.
No.
Yeah. There weren't great.
What did you pick up? Yeah. What did you pick up, Lewis?
What didn't he?
They didn't struggle.
I'm surprised you haven't all got it there at where your feet are. Can't you remember? You're at your dad's now. What did you pick up? Can you remember?
A Ryefield 1/35 Tiger 1. Ryefield 1/35 Jagd Panther. Meng 1/35 Panther G with night vision.
We had a deal with that one as well, didn't we?
Yeah.
You got a deal with that one?
Yeah, it was. I think it was about 36. Was it £36 or £38?
36, and we got it down to 30.
Yeah, we got it down to 30. Yeah.
Happy days.
A Tamiya 1/35 AMX 13. What else did I get?
You had an Airfix kit as well, didn't you? An Airfix Tiger?
Oh yeah, Airfix 1/35 T3585.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because we had the little discussion on that one, didn't we? Because you said about the T3476. Because I said to you they had one up on the stall there for about 85 quid in 1/16.
Yeah. The Tacom 1/35 Jagd Panzer 38T hatch, a full interior.
Yeah.
I'm sure there were more.
Yeah, because on the Sunday you showed me that one, didn't you? Because you come straight over and you were like, "Oh, look what I bought."
You got some Rubicon stuff as well, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I got 2 Rubicon kits, a 1/56 Jagd Panther and a 1/56 Panther G.
Yeah.
Mark,
let me just go on.
If it kicks me off, it's because my phone's died. I've got it on charge, but the charge is pretty shocking. So
that's
James,
what happened to mine. It takes some power doing this, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Let me just
Let
me just tell you a little secret about our Lewis. So I don't know if you are familiar with where's my camera with that piece of kit.
What is it?
Yeah, I can't. Oh, is that a scriber?
It's not a scriber.
No, I can't quite see it. So I'm having a look
Oh,
on the
I know what
TV.
you're going to tell her, Mark.
I
Yeah,
know
go
what I'm
on.
going to tell you now. You'll get ready.
Oh, it's a screwdriver.
Oh God.
Right, so basically, if I offer that, so that blade in there, James,
Yeah.
right? It's in fact, I'll show you this. You can put it onto a piece of paper, masking tape or whatever, and you can press on and you hold it like a pen, and it basically gives you that. Okay.
Yeah.
So on Sunday afternoon, when we're all ready for coming home and we're all exhausted and we're all knackered, and young Lewis, who's been the model representative of Cesco Club all weekend, done himself proud, done his mum proud, done the club proud, and I'm showing him this tool. Look at him laughing. I'm showing him this tool and he's saying, "What's that?" And I get a piece of paper and I show it to him and he goes, "Oh, I've got to have one." Because for the last 10, 15 minutes, that money that he's got left is absolutely burning a hole in his pocket.
It's on fire, isn't it?
He's on fire. And he says, "How much is it, Mark?" I goes, "Well, they're 20 quid. I've subsequently found out from Andy Norfolk today that you can get them off Wish for about 3.5 quid. But I wanted one at the time. And young Lewis says, "Do you know what? Sorry, I've got the money. I'm going for one. Where are they?" And runs off back into hole number 2. And I'm sat there, talking to, let me find the names again, talking to John and Sam from Ayrshire, feeling a bit proud myself. I'm going like that. He's gone for one. He's gone for one. He's gone for one. Comes back 10 minutes later, James, with a kit in his hand. And I go, "That's a funny cutter. What you got there?" Lewis turns around to me as bold as brass and says, "Listen, let me tell you what happened. I walked past this table and my wallet fell out of my pocket into my hand and it actually opened with the money there inside." And I said, "Right." Then the kit jumped off the table and into a carrier bag and into my hand. The 20, 30 pound it cost him jumped out of my wallet and landed in this guy's hand. Before you know it, Mark, the deal was done. And I thought, I mean, you can't get any more brazen than that, can you?
No, you can't.
Well done, young Low. That were a nice one.
It was a Ryefield Tiger that I got for 30 quid.
Happy days. A must have, I'm sure. Craig, did you buy anything at Telford, mate?
Only sundries. I didn't buy all, really.
No kits.
No kits. No, only kit I bought was off Dougie on Saturday night in bar.
On Saturday night in the bar?
Yeah, we were having a discussion and Dougie was like, "I've got one of them at home if you want it." So we did the deal.
Is that the same bar that you were trying to get Lewis pissed in?
No, this was a hotel bar.
Yeah, that was great. Missus that tried it then.
Happy days. Mate, you did yourself proud. You really did. Paul Patton, did you buy anything at Telford, love?
I got some Rubicon models and some stuff to make trees. That's it, really.
Some stuff to make trees.
Yeah.
Like unbelievable. Do you know
Paul,
what? Me and Dale, James, we had a game.
Tell her about that story with Rubicon stand.
Go on.
Well, because we were pushing Lewis round in wheelchair, this guy naturally assumed that we were his carers. Because he himself is a carer, so obviously he assumed that. And I was waiting for Dougie to put him right, and Dougie were waiting for me to put him right, and we just got too deep in the lie. We didn't deny it. He was just, and they were telling us all about this this card point scheme or whatever that we could get, like for money off cinemas and stuff. So we were like, okay, thanks.
It started because Dougie said as a joke when I got my wallet out, is it my money or is it my dad's? Because he thought Dougie was my dad, and then Dougie said, no, I'm just his carer.
So it's Dougie's fault then.
Yeah, it's Dougie's fault. Although, to be fair, were it you
Well,
or
that's-
Dougie that got 10% off?
Me.
The beauty of that story is obviously what Paul said, and we were pissing our sends laughing, Paul, weren't we, when you said we got too deep into the lie that we couldn't turn around and say we're just making it all up, mate. It was
Yeah.
absolutely. We were belly busting, full of laughter.
Yeah, we'd literally passed V1 long ago. You know, we were in there. We were deep in there.
I kept getting looks off Dougie in middle of conversation, and I just had to try and hold it in, all laughter, because it took me a minute to realise what was going on.
Unbelievable.
Fun was had by all.
And Mark's froze. You froze, Mark? Yeah.
Yeah, I
Thought
think
you were
it's
quiet
frozen.
for too long.
Yeah. He just can't help himself, can he?
No.
So what did you have? You had a gold, silver, and bronze, Paul. What else did you have? You had a finalist
An accommodation. Full house.
and a commendation.
Yeah. The commendation it turns out that it's an email, but I ain't got that yet.
Oh, right. Oh, you might get it eventually.
Yeah. Did anybody else have issues when I dropped out?
No.
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 This is a bit smoother stream, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably because Mark's gone. Oh, he's back.
Nope, he's back.
Hello.
He's frozen.
Easy,
I'm back.
hello.
I lost for a split second. Is everybody on? Because I'm for some reason my Wi-Fi has decided to throw the bloody towel in.
Yeah, we're all here.
Yeah.
We're
We're all sort of intermittent. Are we back? Are we all back?
Yeah.
I think we're in and out. We're in and out.
We're here. We're all here.
He's not. He's gone again. Look.
So us that's in and out.
He'll be wrapping it up anyway. We usually
Yeah, I was going to
finish
say
after a couple of hours.
Tell you what, I'm
yeah.
surprised I won. I'm surprised I got third place with that diorama I did. I don't know.
Have you got me? My internet, for some reason, has started to freeze up a little bit.
Well, it's not that it wasn't that good, mate. It compared with the rest of them.
We're all in and out. I'm in and out. I'm not sure. Bear with me.
Can you hear me, Mark?
Let me just have a little look at something.
No, he can't, can he?
No. We can all hear each other.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Frozen, swirling. We're all freezing and swirling.
No, we're not.
We're not, Mark. We're fine. It's you.
We're not, Mark. It's you.
Clear that off.
Mark, can you hear me?
No.
I want to take that as a no.
He's gone again.
And Tim's just sent a message asking if it's working.
Yeah. We're working.
It was.
Yeah.
We're all right.
Mark, can you hear me?
Yeah.
We're all good, Mark.
Let me have a look here.
Yeah, you're freezing, mate. You're jumping around.
Still trying, still trying.
Does anyone mind me showing me diorama?
Do it.
Connected.
No, you carry on.
Is that your third place one today?
Yeah. Got it flipped round to a better angle.
Bit too close, pal. Go back a bit. Go back a bit. That's it.
Yeah. What's that? A T55, isn't it?
It's the Israeli Tehran 5, based on chassis at T55.
Yeah.
Try and get it as
Quality,
close
that,
as I
mate.
can,
Very nice.
but it's got metal tracks on it and everything. Really
I'm
done
in
it.
and out. I am in and out. I am in and out. It looks like my Wi-Fi is failing.
What
And
did
I
you
don't
say,
know
James?
why.
Sorry.
Say that again, mate.
What did you say
Because
before?
it's on.
Well, about
Still
the
here, still here.
T55.
I'm getting a couple of messages. Looks like you're in internet, mate. Everyone else is okay. If I do that.
I've repaired mine again tonight, though, after Paul knocked door off.
Craig, that truck of yours was brilliant, mate.
Thanks, buddy.
Brilliant. But it's my first time using metal tracks.
Yeah.
Want something like that out of you next year, Lewis?
Yeah, well, I've got a couple of diorama ideas. I was thinking of doing something with that. Do you know that trumpeter kit I got from Club? It's just like, where do I start with it? Because there's that many bits.
Well,
Which
normally
one?
I start at number one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But
Right at the beginning, mate.
yeah, I know that. It's like, it's just, do I airbrush this? What colour do I do this? It's because it's a big kit and it's new to me.
It's all in there, though, mate. If you get the instructions and have a good look at them before you even bother getting any plastic out,
I've looked at the instructions.
It's all in there.
Yeah, I know. I'm probably just going to do it in holidays or something when I've got plenty of time. Then I can just sit down, I can get it all out. I've got my airbrush just here.
You just got to take your time with it, that's all.
Well, I've started taking my time with your mum. I mean, this diorama took me a while. Not a while, but for you guys, anyway. For me, it's like an eternity.
What kit, Lewis?
It's the Tamiya Israeli Tehran 5 135.
All right. No, it's too small for me.
See, I when we were going round, I was eyeing up one of them 1/16 half tracks, wasn't I?
Yeah. Yeah, well, like I said to you, the one that I got, the trumpeter one, is easy to put. Well, it's easier to put together than the Andy's RBA quarters one. There's not so many parts, but I mean to say, even so, it's still 800 plus. It's still 800 plus parts, but most of them are the tracks. I think there's 4 parts to the track, whereas Andy's is 3.
Right.
But yeah, it'll be a nice kit once it goes together.
I'm going to be having a look into them Iron Maiden things now. It's gone into from a stream to a money buying.
Can you see them?
No.
No.
The one I really want to get is the Peace of Mind one because it's my favourite album.
Yeah. I wish I could have got had enough money to buy them all, but they worked out at something like 50 or 60 quid each. So
Yeah.
but you get you got a free live after death bust with every order. So, and the busts are a nice size as well. If they come out, I'm going to get
them anymore.
You will be able to. They will be on general release. But have you come across Kickstarter before?
No.
Do you know what I mean by that?
No, man.
It's basically that it's how the small businesses sort of put the stuff out there. Because with these busts, for instance, it would have cost hundreds of thousands of pounds to get them all made up for someone, and then to sell them. So what you do is it's like basically a promise when they put it out to public. You say, "Yeah, I'll have that. Here's my money," and you've got to wait, for them to produce it and what have you. But in return, you either get something for free or you get it cheaper. And if they didn't do it this way, it probably won't come onto the market. So it's a way of like funding a new product, if you like.
What is that?
And you are.
It's good.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's stuff that you would never have had chance to have got if you hadn't have gone it.
So I'm bringing that Iron Maiden one to next meet so I can have a look at it.
Yeah, I'll bring them. Yeah, I'll bring them.
Obviously, I like Iron Maiden, so it'd be nice.
Yeah, well, I thought to you. I mean, obviously, I ordered them before we got talking and what have you. But
yeah,
when I got the reminder to say that they were coming this week, I thought about you straight away. And I think I'll keep an eye out as well, because when they do come out for general release, I'm going to get some of the ones that I weren't able to get when I ordered the original order. So I'll let you know. By a guy called Michael Contreras.
Right, that's a funny name.
Or Contreras. He's the sculptor.
Well, I'm happy with the third place.
So you should be, mate. So you should be.
Was it you or was it someone else that said I was debating entering, Paul?
They said it to me.
Yeah, I know we're talking to you last night.
Yeah.
What, you were debating whether to enter or not?
Yeah, because obviously it's standards. Because obviously I've only been doing it a year. So it's like...
Yeah, but if you don't, then it's always... what if, isn't it?
Yeah.
Again, it's not a boxing match. You're not going to get a thick lip if you don't come away with an award, but you might come away by learning something, and it spurs you on as well.
I'm glad I did it.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Definitely a boost in confidence as well.
Exactly. So you've got a totally different mindset now, because you come away with a third than you would have if you'd have just left it.
I think Mark Liddell's diorama deserves some recognition as well.
They all do, mate. But when there has to be definite winners, then somebody's got to get the nose pushed out. Unfortunately,
the one that stood out to me personally, like the most, were Mark Liddell's. It obviously appeals more to me because I'm into my German armour.
Yeah,
but they were beautiful. Absolutely incredible piece with that. Loved it. They were brilliant.
Everybody who entered should be proud, because I do mean it that the standard.
That's what it is with inter-club competitions, though, isn't it? I mean, to say you're all there to help yourself as well as others as well, isn't it? In bringing the younger modelers along, it just progresses. I mean, I know Mark's with the kits for kids thing, and he's hit the nail on the head with that, because that's what you need. You need the younger ones. You need the younger ones to come along. Not playing on their video games and things like that. It's to get out, make things. Use their brain a little bit.
Absolutely. Yeah, and Lewis has improved, so much since it's been coming to the club.
Yeah.
And I even said I think it was last club when he showed me finished piece, and I went, "You got to be proud of that, mate, aren't you?"
Yeah, well.
Yeah, we got a chap called Lawrence Bassett. That's in ours. That's in our club, and I had sort of rejoined about 18 months ago, and his models has come along endless. His painting really good. He started using airbrush now, and I mean, my first airbrush was a Badger 250, or Badger 200, I should say. The old siphon flow, and yeah, I mean, it was good for me at the time. I mean, I've got about 5 now. My go-to at the moment is this one, which is the Fenger. I mean, it's like 28 quid, and you can't go wrong with it. You can't
Whatever
go wrong with
works
it.
for you.
Not for 28 quid. Say again, Paul.
Yeah, but it's one of them things, isn't it? It's whatever works for you. I've just got rid of a load of display stuff today because I don't really get on with it. I like certain things,
Yeah.
Scalpels. I like scalpels.
I got me Swan Mortons,
So I could, even if I spend 20 quid on a knife, I still go back to this.
Yeah.
Again, it's what you get used to, and it's what your own preferences. Somebody might recommend something to you that they think's fantastic. You might think it's shit.
Yeah. Or expensive, overly.
Well, there you go. Everybody's got different boxes to tick, haven't they?
Well, yeah, that's true. That is quite true.
We're creatures of habit.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
I don't think Mark's coming back, is he?
No, I don't think he is.
Does it? Don't look like it.
No. I think I'm going to call it a night then, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Shower time for me.
No,
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for inviting me on.
Yeah.
It's been nice to speak to you again, James.
I'm sure we'll. Yeah. I'm sure we'll see you again on here. Obviously, it's a bit of a long way for you to come to the club, innit?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, just a little bit. But never say never. I've got an auntie that lives in Nottingham, so yeah, she's not very far. Oh, he's trying to come back in again. Yeah, it's not very far. So.
Have you got success? No.
I'm getting some issues with buffering now, and you guys are freezing on me on that.
Yeah.
I did manage to make some track marks on this as well, pal.
You what, Lewis?
I managed to get myself some track marks on this as well.
Yes. I saw. You need to. Do we put it on some solid, a bit of MDF or something, because you'll find that it'll bend that.
It doesn't bend, does this?
No, it will bend.
It snaps.
Yeah. What I mean is, as the surface where you've put the sandy texture,
yeah,
as that contracts, you'll find if you don't actually glue the whole thing to a piece of wood or MDF, that the corners will start to ride up on you, and it'll end up concave like that.
Right. It was just a last minute decision because I was like, because I'd got into this, I just wasn't going to bother, you see, because it's like, I didn't have motivation for it.
Well, now you should have. Another reason to put it on as well is that that stuff's quite sandy, isn't it? Every time you touch it, you'll get a bit come off on your fingers.
Not with the texture, but with the while
The
it was
foam.
drying, the texture. What glue? Sorry.
No, the foam you've used. Every time you pick it up, you'll get bits coming off onto your fingers. Not the texture you've put on. That's what I'm saying. Glue the whole thing onto a piece of MDF or wood or something solid.
Yeah, I look like I've been eating what's-its. But yeah.
You've completely frozen on me now. I'm just looking at a still picture of you all.
Right.
You're all right, though.
Still looking good to me.
Yay!
It's been nice to talk to you all again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna get off because
definitely.
you've completely frozen on me now. I can hear you, but
Yeah, it's starting
I'm
to
just
lag a
looking
bit
at still
for me as well.
pictures.
No
Right.
worries, pal. No worries.
Right,
I'll
gentlemen,
see-
See you
it's
See
been a
later.
pleasure as always.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
See you later.
Yeah.
Bye.
Take care, guys.
I'll see
See you
you guys
soon.
later.
See you soon.
I'll see you whenever, James.
All right.
See you, Paul.
See you, Lewis. Ta-ra, mate.